Hey everybody, welcome to 20 Minutes Ago, episode 4. This is Chris here with my usual douchebags, Maz, and Andrew, who is the American douchebag today.
Memorial Day weekend, asshole.
That song.
I'm wearing an American flag.
That song was brought to us by a buddy of mine, Whiskey Jones.
Jones.
I don't have any of his login stuff because Facebook wouldn't let me keep his account up. So once I find out, I'll put it up on the Facebook page. We also have another special guest today, Jay, in the house.
Oh, shit.
Palabra to your madres, Monica.
Yeah. My grandmother bought me this jacket.
He's a good friend of ours. He's a fellow comic nerd. He's a fellow Star Wars nerd, and he's also a what'd you say, amateur screenwriter?
I would say aspiring.
Aspiring.
Okay.
No, I've got screenplays written.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm aspiring to a check.
Okay, there we go. I can dig it. So here we
Make
are,
that
episode
paper.
4. We took a little bit of a hiatus. We're still waiting on getting some
Hi,
other
guys,
episodes
I'm
put
back.
up, but we are here. And yes, Maz is back in the booth today. No Adrian today.
Oh, thank God.
Woo, back again.
You need to stop that right now.
I was done.
So we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and we have a lot to go over. I'm going to go ahead and kick it on over to the American douchebag here, Andrew. He's going to lead us off with some music news.
Hey.
Is that really necessary?
Here's the
American
hoping that
You're
sticks.
wearing a tank
I
top
mean,
with the
shit,
American
dude.
flag.
Well,
It's going on
it's
Twitter.
Memorial Day weekend, man. What are you talking about?
But did you have
If
to
you're-
go as America as the tank top?
Merca.
Yeah.
I mean,
America.
I,
Somebody
Anyway.
had to do it.
I guess.
Anyways.
That shirt makes me want to put foil in my windows. Just saying.
As always, too, before I forget, we do have producer Chase in the booth.
Yes.
Hey, guys. Both.
He's out there doing the hard work while we just sit here and drink and
Chase, get out of there.
talk. Hashtag American
Come talk
douchebag.
to us.
So, like I said, going to kick it over to the American douchebag Andrew over here. He's going to get us started with.
I don't have a whole lot of stuff to talk about this week. Faith No More. Have you heard about the band?
Yes.
Love them.
Yeah.
Faith No More?
Yeah.
Definitely.
They just released a new album on Tuesday.
Have you heard it yet?
Yes.
Heard a couple of the tracks actually.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's different.
It's a little harder.
It is.
It's good.
Well,
I love it. Personally, this is their first album since 1997,
Wow.
Anybody got the math on that?
which
97.
that's
I
the
could,
longest gap in
97.
studio albums.
It's
for
15 plus 3.
That's 18.
That's the longest gap in albums in their whole history, which
18 years.
they have a crazy history. Did you know that Courtney Love was one of their lead singers at one point in time?
Was that for a whole album or a song or what?
That was
happened?
Yeah,
for
was that a whole
multiple
thing?
years.
Like a minute.
Multiple years?
For multiple
What?
years.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, Courtney Love was one of their lead singers, but yeah,
You notice that stuff's not on the radio.
yeah, exactly. That's the part of Faith No More. A lot of people don't know Faith No More, but the people that do know Faith No More didn't know that she was part of it.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
Oh.
but no, it's a really good album. It's super heavy. It's cool. I like it. Outside of that, I'm
Yeah,
pretty much done with the whole music news. So
Yeah, there wasn't
I'm
really-
gonna
Yay,
mail it
Faith
in
No More.
to Hodor because the weather is gonna. It's been. Yeah, it's been fucking crazy
It has
outside.
been
It's
nuts.
been raining for fucking 2 weeks
Austin,
straight.
Texas. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to repeat that. Austin, Texas, and some cities just south of us actually had flooding. I've been here for 7-8 years, give or take.
Wow.
I've seen it snow once, and I've seen it flood once. Now, my fiance, she grew up in Del Valley, and apparently it used to flood all the time over there. But yeah, let's go and kick it on over and see how
Yeah,
Hodor's
yeah,
doing
because
outside.
it's,
Buddy, you doing all right?
I'm from Amarillo originally, and it's been flooding up there
Armadillo.
like for a long time. It's crazy. Hey, how's our correspondent doing out there?
Hey, guy.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, it's terrible.
Jesus,
Not
no.
sound.
This
yeah,
should be a
no,
warning to Californians. Do not move here.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
please.
No,
You
that should
wanna
be
go
a
to- you
warning
wanna
to
go to
everybody.
Dallas.
Do not move here. We've got enough people here.
You can listen to us from the safety of your own home in California.
Yes.
And in
You
Dallas.
don't have to come to Austin.
No, it's terrible. Terrible.
You should take a look at the D. Because you want the D.
Hashtag BBM.
No, there are people laughing.
So yeah, it's been some crazy weather. I'm gonna go and take over with a little bit of sports news. There's not too many sports guys in here, but we have the whole Deflategate thing going on already with Tom Brady and the Patriots. And as a refresher, I'm just going to go ahead and say that Tom Brady was suspended for the first 4 games of the season, and the Patriots were fined $1 million.
$1 million.
They lose next year's first-round draft pick and the year after's fourth-round draft pick, if I recall correctly.
They're going to be hurting so bad.
But here's the thing.
Just
the owner of the Patriots is Robert Kraft, and he's come out and he says, you know what? I'm not going to fight this. We're going to pay the $1 million. We're going to lose our draft picks. That's that. Do you think that would sway Tom Brady's mind in any way? No.
No.
Not only is he still fighting his suspension, he is talking about legal action because he believes that the report.
Well, that's because Donald Trump told him that he should sue the whole league for billions of dollars.
Because that's who anyone should listen to.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's an authority in this whole situation.
Well, actually, Donald Trump did sue the NFL some time ago.
Did he win?
$3
For what?
for a monopoly. No, I'm not joking. He literally sued the NFL for having a monopoly. He sued them for $1 just to make them admit it, and the court awarded him treble amount, $3.
Only Donald Trump.
Did you not?
Only Donald Trump. So here's
I
the
am
thing.
flabbergasted.
I grew up on football, okay, and it's one of the very first things that my dad and I bonded together. And, like, even from my choice of my favorite team is the Dallas Cowboys. And at the time, my dad was a big 49ers fan, right? And so when I first started watching with him, my first thought was, what team can I pick that would piss him off the most?
The Browns.
The Cowboys, because at the time it was a big...
No, he's trying to piss him off as a football fan, not as like a son.
Oh, not as a human being. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So I went with the Dallas Cowboys. So, and here's the thing of it. Did removing a smidge of the PSI from the football help them win games? I don't fucking think so. I don't. Because it doesn't take like the lowered PSI doesn't help the defense in any way. It doesn't.
No, but it's not in the
doesn't have their hands
favor.
on the balls.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to finger those balls and touch those balls. To me, those balls are perfect.
Wow.
So here's the thing. It's not so much that I felt like he was cheating by making the balls just a little squishier.
No, you know that he did.
It's the fact that he knew what was going on, and he did not come forward, and it ruins the integrity of the game that I've been following since I've been 5 years old. Most of my life, almost all of my life.
No, he's altered
a football fan.
He's altered a very long period of sports.
He has, and
he's fucked everything up.
It's goddamn disturbing.
And for them to get only suspend him for 4 games, that's
here's the thing.
crazy.
No,
but at the same rate, though, who else is doing it though?
Well, and
who else is doing the same shit?
The other Patriots?
Bullshit. No one else in the Patriot staff was found to be guilty.
Well, no, I'm saying what other NFL teams are doing it. No, what other NFL teams are doing this though?
Every team is going to find a way to swing a game to their advantage. There is no doubting that. But every team sticks within the rules and regulations of the game.
Yeah.
No.
Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots are always finding whatever loophole they can to fuck with the system and do anything they can to make it better for them. That's the problem with the Patriots.
Or are they just the first ones to get caught doing it?
And they might be. I'm not saying that they're not.
There's a lot of teams that have been caught doing a lot of stuff. You know,
I mean, you've all heard the Cowboys jokes from the 90s.
So that they're slick and you
can't
grab them.
No. That's what's wrong with the Cowboys nowadays. They just need to get a whole bunch of people that are going to stab somebody and like do a bunch of cocaine and dude, we'll win another fucking Super Bowl.
In other news, of football, last year's draft had the first ever openly gay player.
Yes,
Michael.
Yeah,
Sam.
he went really far. He should.
He shot
props to him. That's awesome.
No, he did. And here's the thing: is he was the co-defensive player of the year his last year in college.
Yeah.
You can't become the co-defensive player of the year and slide to like the 4th or 5th round. I mean, he slid almost all the way through the draft. He didn't make his first team, which was the Rams.
Sad.
He didn't make his next 2 teams. Cowboys was one of them, but
sad.
Anyway, he went to the veteran tryout and tried to get to another team, and he did fortunately sign to a football team. It just unfortunately was not in America. He was signed by a CFL team, the Canadian Football League.
Yeah, Canada.
The Montreal Alouettes of the CFL. Michael Sam officially signed. Nice. So I'm happy that he finally did find a team.
No, that's awesome.
I don't think the fact that he is openly gay should have any kind of problems at all, because if you watch his tape, he's a damn good player.
I mean, it could have.
It could, but
it shouldn't have.
If you watch his tape, like, he's a damn good player.
No, he's a really good.
He is, and he's an overall genuinely nice guy. And to go out and actually say, look, I'm gay, I'm in the draft, deal with it, is fucking awesome. So I'm pretty excited. I'm happy that he found a team, and the CFL is a gateway back into the NFL. So there's still a chance that he'll be able to come back and do his thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull up a couple of Michael Sam highlights here real quick. Just
There's no way he's
we're
going to
watching
give up universal health care and come back.
There's no way in hell.
No, not at all.
So wants to talk about Canada more.
We could talk about Canada
Zambonis,
more.
maple syrup.
Dude,
No.
Zambonis and maple syrup, that's their number one exports.
Nobody wants to talk about Canada.
But
anymore.
Canada.
No.
What? But that's your hometown.
No.
That's
No-
your
no
stomping
more.
ground.
Bacon.
Aren't you from there?
No more. No more.
Oh, whatever.
We get
even
enough
wanna-
crap. No more.
But
You know-
they're America's hat.
They are American.
They've got all those Baldwins.
Not to mention, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police have international jurisdiction. You don't just get to cross the border back into America. No, the Mounties will ride over on a moose or something, and they will arrest your ass and bring you back to Canada.
On a moose, really?
I don't know. What do they ride? Horses?
Fucking horse.
I think it's a reindeer.
God, I hope it's a moose.
Moving on from fucking Canada.
I would so
I
surrender to anyone riding a moose.
I hate that. Right?
Dr. Richard Kimball would have surrendered.
Hitler
tilt moose,
would have
baby.
surrendered. Somebody rides up on a moose and
So that's all the news that I had about that. Music and sports. Like I said, it's going to be one of our
Sorry
nerdier
about that.
episodes. There's a couple of things that Miles and I definitely want to talk about, but I kind of want to kick it off to the game real quick. And today we're going to have our producer, Chase in the booth, officiate.
Hey, Chase, can you hear us back there?
I can.
In the
Oh,
booth?
sweet.
I'm just going to go ahead and say
I
right
also
now.
can hear Jay really well. He has a very Neil deGrasse Tyson voice. I like it.
Oh, I'm sure he likes
Science.
We need to do we have a science section
that.
now?
I want to, Chase, I'm going to throw out a rule right now. The moment Andrew argues a point, he loses 10.
Right.
That's just all there
if
is
he
to
argues
it.
a
I would
point,
agree
he
with
loses 10, and you have to mute his mic for 5 minutes.
Ooh, super timeout.
Putting it
So
on
I'm
the
going to go ahead
line.
and sign off, guys. I will see you guys next week, and I'm going
Oh,
outside.
Shut up and play the damn game.
Here's
All
the
right.
greatest part about this is that he was immediately accepting of the fact that he would fuck it up. Oh no, I'm gonna argue the shit out of this.
Well, I'm also going to ask for two little game show songs worth. It's going to take me a little bit longer.
Okay.
If
Two
the rest of
cycles?
this
God.
podcast
2 cycles?
runs the duration of this game,
That's your ass.
Are we limiting this to a certain number of game things? Is there like a cutoff point?
what is it, like 5
It's
rounds?
usually
I have
one.
5 rounds.
Yeah, it's like 5 questions and most points
You just
wins.
have 30. I'm going to put a time limit. You have 30 seconds to put an answer out,
Perfect.
including Andrew.
Yeah, and if
If you're
you
not
don't,
ready,
I
we're
can't
gonna
get
go.
2?
No.
But Chase, it takes a little while for the sound to get back to the booth. Can I get
What?
an extra one?
No, it does not.
no, it doesn't. And if you don't have an answer by the time 30 seconds is up, you forfit that round. Sorry to say.
So
buddy.
think quick. That makes it more funny. All right.
What are we using, cups and strings?
Smoke
But we are
signals.
doing the comedy answer thing, though, right?
Yes.
If you
Chase
don't
will
know
get
it-
to decide the points. If you don't know
yeah,
what the answer is,
if no
try
one
to be
gets the
funny.
answer, yeah.
Try to
Okay.
be
Oh, I'm
funny.
getting all
Cool.
the answers.
Okay.
All right.
We are ready.
So, question 1: all minor phrases.
Yes.
Just if you type this in on Google, what would it autocomplete? The first one I have is my mom saw my.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, real original around here.
Suck it, Trebek.
Suck it long and suck it hard.
For once, I think we're actually all.
I think we're all good.
Are we
Oh,
all good?
wow.
Yeah.
I was actually watching the clock.
Wow.
All right. So why don't we start with the guest host, Jay? What do you got there?
Hey.
My mom saw my shame.
Oh.
Went a little abstract, but I felt it.
Moving on to Moss.
Porno collection.
Okay. Moving on to Andrew.
Ooh.
I said sweaty gash.
Oh my god.
What in God's name kind of household you grow up in?
Moz, I also went with porn collection.
Yes.
So Chase, what
Man.
do we got here, bud?
Well, there was no answers.
What?
Damn it.
No, the top one was my mom saw my hickey.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah. Mom
good
saw
one.
my
My
cuts.
grandpa had one of those.
Wait. What?
My mom saw my cuts.
Oh,
Cuts?
wow. Dark.
Yeah, a lot of people need help on Google. My mom saw my history. Pretty sure
That's
that's Google
pretty much
history.
porn collection.
Yeah, that is true. I'm gonna have to go with both of you guys getting 1 point.
I'm okay with it. All
Point.
right.
All right.
I'll just take my sweaty gash and leave.
Bye.
So, all right. So next question next phrase I have is, who stole my?
Haven't we done this one before?
I have an answer down.
Do you?
All right.
I would also like.
You understand the rules?
I know how to play the game. I want
Andrew,
to put a
thinking?
qualifier on mine, but I'm not going to.
No, go ahead. Put it in parentheses. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll put it in parentheses. Yes.
It'll help out if no one gets it. I'm in a very point-giving mood today.
Who stole my?
Yes.
Who stole mine?
You're running out of time there, buddy.
Yeah, you got 10 seconds left, Andrew.
How come everybody knows you're the bottleneck, Andrew? Is this
Because it happens
habit?
every
Obviously,
time.
you're recurring.
Every
Yeah.
single. This isn't just the Google game. This is the Andrew takes forever to answer game.
All right, time is up.
All right. All right. So we'll go ahead and move it on over to Mods this time to start us off.
All right, I'm. Who stole my panties?
Legit question.
Okay. Andrew.
I have who stole my foreign housekeeper?
Hell.
No housekeeper here.
You go now.
No! No!
I went with who stole my girlfriend.
Ooh.
Really?
Which is kind of the same as Andrew's.
I think Chase gets about 10 points for that one.
Yes, Chase wins.
And I went with who stole my virginity.
Whoa!
Wow,
Oh, it's the same thing. We got a trifecta.
it's so bad.
All right. Well, you guys would think that one of you would get something, but the top one was who stole my cheese.
What? That's nacho cheese, man. That's nacho
God
cheese.
damn it, Google.
A lot of people stealing cheese lately.
All four.
That's all right, because the second one, someone was close. It was who stole my monkey.
Who was close on that one?
Nobody.
Damn it.
And then it was who stole my church, which I don't understand that one, and who
Just
stole
pick-
my tweet.
Just picked it up and left.
Just
Loaded up on the truck.
Go ahead and move this around over here. All right. So are we?
So who gets
What,
an honorary point?
what was your parentheses? Over
Oh,
there,
it
Mods?
was used panties. That was my qualifier.
All right. So
Just
we
in
doing
case we were in
are
Japan.
we doing
for
any
this
points
one.
this round?
Well, used panties. That sounds like that one.
I'll take it.
1 point to Moss.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, damn it.
You see how to win this game? By being snarky.
Putting in qualifiers.
Yes, qualifiers.
All right, number 3. That's Moz in the lead with 2. I'm right behind him with 1.
All right. So number 3, how do you contract?
Oh.
Oh my god.
If no one gets a point here for real, we're in trouble.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty.
Because I
happy
know
with
at least
mine.
like 3 of y'all have,
Had
which
this
is all of
disease?
y'all, have looked this up before. So
Test results negative, bitch.
I need the music, dude. I'm getting all sweaty over here in the corner.
oh no, I'm falling down on my duties.
He said duty.
It was how do you contract?
Yeah, how do you contract? Blank.
KIDS, killing people every day.
How do you contract?
Yes.
Yes.
How?
Are you just like repeating it, or are you asking like?
Contract means get.
No, I get it.
Or hire.
I just go.
How would you contract
Go back in the booth.
a
Leave me
clown for
alone.
your kid's birthday party?
Should the next phrase be "How do I do it?" podcast?
Very careful.
Clearly, with 3.
all right, it's been like a minute.
Contract is also the opposite of expand.
So Andrew, we're gonna go ahead and start with you, buddy.
Big blind.
Herpes.
Okay, we'll take it.
I think you know.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a.
Rhetorical.
I'm gonna do a blast from the past, and I put how do you contract blue waffle?
Ew.
Oh, wow.
Jay.
I went with the clap.
West Nile virus.
All right.
Legit.
Yes.
That could be something.
Well, someone did get a point.
Yes, it's me.
No.
Damn it.
It is Andrew. He did say herpes, right?
Yeah.
He did say.
Oh,
Andrew
yeah.
finally got a point.
I
yes.
finally got herpes.
You got a point for herpes.
But Jay, the clap. This is embarrassing. What is the clap again?
Chlamydia.
Chlamydia.
Don't act like you don't know.
Don't act like you don't know.
Yes, chlamydia was not on there, but there was hepatitis. How do you contract hepatitis?
From
Bang Tommy Lee.
And HIV.
I was going to say Pam Anderson.
So the point goes to Andrew this round.
Wait, you have to go. You have to be on a boat, and Tommy Lee has to be there.
No, he doesn't.
Pamela Anderson has to be there. And
That's
then you
way
get
too many people.
yeah.
And then $1 million.
So the point goes to Andrew this round. Good job.
So it's 1 to 2 to 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
I only have one. Yeah. So it's 2-1-1.
Yeah, Moz 2.
2-1-1.
Chris and Andrew tied for
2-1-1.
Jay,
2 run.
I've got
you
nothing.
have nothing. So
Oh.
now
It's
starting
okay,
To,
I
now I'm
always
starting to feel
lose
responsible.
All right. Question number 4.
All right, this, if no one gets a point here, then we really, really are in trouble because I know all of us and probably all our listeners looked this up at some point too. So the phrase is, can I enlarge my...
Can we just go and give our answers now? Because I have a feeling we all have the same answers.
Can I enlarge my...
I don't know.
Okay.
Andrew's just laughing over.
I think he's written the word penis like 4 times.
I'm pretty sure he's actually drawing them at this point.
Surprise him, Andrew, and put beard.
Andrew, get your paper out of your mouth.
Stop sniffing the pen.
All right, are we good?
No.
He's almost done. Give him this one. Only this once.
He is writing, so he has an answer. It's
Dear
just a long.
God.
It's just a long answer, apparently.
It's a diatribe.
It borders on a tome.
It's a filibuster.
You can only list one thing.
All right, we're good.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine.
All right, so I'll go and start us off, and I just went with plain and simple boobs.
Boobs.
I went with retirement fund. Because I am old.
I was in the same area, and I said 401k.
Wow.
Damn.
What was the question again?
Oh, my God.
How do I enlarge in
Can
my...
I
Vocabulary.
enlarge
Tell
my-
me you put
How
vocabulary.
can I enlarge my?
No,
Okay.
can I enlarge my...
Can I enlarge my FICO credit score so that I can buy a house that's larger than a postage stamp?
What is wrong with me?
Plenty.
Well, I don't know if you can type that much into Google or if it gives you a search suggestion. So, the
I
top
should have
one...
should just went with penis.
Well, Chris, you were actually the only one that got one on the list.
I'm okay with it.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, because there was, can I enlarge my breasts without surgery?
I'll take the point.
Boobs. Yeah, I'll throw it in there.
Boobs.
Surprisingly, there was not, can I enlarge my penis?
Really?
Nope. But there was, can I enlarge my penis? It is
Spell
spelled
that?
incorrectly.
What about a FICO credit score so that I can buy a bigger
N-I-S.
house?
2 N's.
Oh, my God.
No.
So, top answer, though, was, can I enlarge my testicles?
What?
Why would you want to do that?
No, you
Big
want to
balls,
get that
man.
checked out.
That's not a good sign.
No.
No. What?
And then
some
just for
people-
fun, there was also, can I enlarge my wedding ring?
What?
I think that's alchemy, right?
I have put on a couple of pounds. Could I have all the ham?
So that puts
Alright,
me
so-
and Maz at 2, Andrew at 1. And
I
Jay
should
still
be at
with
3.
the black goose egg.
I have nothing.
Poor Jay.
Jay, you need to drop something clever on this next part and then get like all the points.
All of
Don't
them?
worry about it. You could sit there for 20 seconds and write something crazy, and they won't appreciate it.
Well, I can't, though, if someone else writes
you
the
can't
actual
appreciate
answer.
your
That is the most
FICO
bleak
credit score.
But
response.
mine was actually on the list.
Nothing
Mine
but
was
you
too.
will
No, it was not. All right, question 5.
You're buying a house larger than a postage stamp was not on the list.
A little too specific.
All right, so
Penis.
final round. I
Hashtag
wish
baby.
I could be.
I wish I could be.
Yes, I wish I could be.
Yeah, I'm putting a qualifier on this.
Nice.
I'm doing an answer / another answer because I think they're the same.
I wish I could be.
I don't even know. Oh my God, I'm Andrew on this one.
Dude, you should put that. Andrew.
I wish I could be Andrew.
That would be a good thing to be. You never know.
Okay, I got mine.
Just, I wish I could be.
Yep.
Each one is like some sort of existential experience over there.
20 minutes ago, existentialism at work.
All right.
There's the coronet. I was waiting for that the whole time.
All right. Well, I guess we're good. And Jay, we're gonna kick it back on over to you.
Hey, buddy.
I went thinner / taller.
Hey, there you go. Okay. All right, Moz.
Ooh.
Okay. Faster.
Okay, Flash.
Faster.
Okay. Andrew.
Michelle Obama's meal plan.
What in God's name?
I just did more successful.
Wow. That's.
Well, I'm gonna have to give the point to Chris,
Damn it.
and he's gonna take the win, because he was the closest to the top answer. The top answer is, I wish I could be like the cool kids. So they're pretty successful.
Dang.
I don't know if I want those points anymore.
So I can't believe someone didn't get the second answer though. I wish I could be a Disney princess.
Well, that's just what everybody
we
wants.
can't all have your lifelong dreams.
That's kind of a given.
Your wife's not up here playing the game, Chase. What do you think?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my prize.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you.
Is that
thank
the
you.
right one?
That is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
So we ended Chris 3, Moz 2,
Yeah.
Andrew 1, and
for me.
Jay 0.
Sorry,
Nothing.
Jay.
Nothing.
As he
Hangs
hangs his
her
head in shame. I believe that's my second victory, you guys. You guys got to start catching
Nobody
up.
likes you and your victories.
Well, you know what? That's my second victory. So,
Uh,
Andrew, not Andrew, I apologize.
What?
Pause before we get over to our debate that I'm really very looking forward to.
yes.
Why don't we kick off with some nerd stuff?
Nerd stuff.
Game of Thrones, Flash, Ultron.
Yeah, actually. So I do want to talk a little bit about Ultron here, because I actually very enjoyed the movie, and some people, and I'm not going to name any names here, but they're right there.
Adjacent.
It's very adjacent.
Very much me. 'cause I know what he's gonna
They
say.
were not completely on board with the movie. They were sort of at like I would say a solid 83. Whereas I'm in the high 90s.
It did not crack my top 5.
What?
It's maybe in my top 10.
And what it was that you said at first? You said there were too many of the Easter eggs.
Okay, so that was my
it?
first issue. Is
Yeah,
yes, there were too many Easter eggs, because here's what that said to me. I
say more.
I get that
Not
this
really,
movie is supposed to be the tie-in to all the other movies coming up. I understand that.
Right.
But all the Easter eggs that we got, Ragnarok, Civil War, Black Panther, just all kinds of, I can't even think of the rest of them at this point. That tells me that Marvel is, like, the MCU is more excited about what they've got coming than what they gave us. And that just kind of bothered me a little bit.
Oh, see, now that's a good way of phrasing it, I suppose. In that I can sort of see it, and there were. I'm not saying that Ultron was 100 here. It didn't. It wasn't perfect. But at the same time, though, I did not find all of the little Easter eggs. I didn't find them too abundant.
You're supposed to have some. I just thought there were too
some,
many.
yes. And maybe they could
I thought
have
Easter was in April.
Hi.
Andrew, go back to sleep.
I still haven't seen the Black Panther imagery. Just FYI, if we have that in the booth.
Yes, I am. Yeah, we can probably get some Black Panther imagery coming up.
So, what are you talking about? Just like the costume, or
No, I've seen. Talk about in the movie as it
Oh,
relates to.
Okay, so first of all, we got the vibranium. If you recall in the movie, they were on the, what was it, the ship with
Yep.
Ultron?
Yep.
The guy that got his arm cut off,
Ooh,
that was Claw.
That's Claw.
I know
That's
that,
Black
but I'm saying there was
Panther's
supposed to
main
be a
enemy.
Black Panther laying on the rock dead
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, there was.
Yes.
I did not see Black
Yes,
Panther in that
there
image.
was. Can you bring up
No,
the
no, you
Tony
can't.
Stark scene?
No, you can't.
I'm pretty sure it's
We've
out there.
tried.
It's the Tony Stark dream sequence.
Right. His dream sequence evidently has like Black Panther, possibly even Captain Marvel. dead on
I'm
the
pretty
rocks.
sure I saw Captain Marvel.
And I have to go watch it again because I missed it. I missed all of those. All I saw was the main ones.
Instead of, why don't you just put Age of Ultron, Tony Stark dream?
That might work. Maybe.
So there was that. There was actually quite a few of them. There was all the main ones. The only one who wasn't there, of course, was Tony. And
Well,
I think,
yeah.
and I think the theory that I've heard about that so far is end of the Infinity War. So we think that's going to be the end of the first Infinity War.
Like part one?
I think that's
Part
going to
one?
be the very end of it, because the Marvel Universe, it's not hard to go, oh shit, everyone's dead. Oh wait, no, they're not.
Well, I mean, and that actually happened in the Infinity War in the comic books, too. I mean, as soon as Thanos gets the gauntlet,
Then-
by the way, spoiler alerts, when he gets the gauntlets, he wipes out, what was it, like a third
Yeah.
of the entire Marvel
Yes.
universe
Yes.
at once? Just like,
And-
there you go.
And most of the Avengers were there. In fact, in the comics,
And they brought him back.
The only person who made his last stand was Cap.
Yes.
Cap
and he
made the very
lost.
last stand, and he did get his ass beat. But
Got a shield broken in half and everything.
yep. So I agree with the theory that might be the end of Infinity War 1.
Mm-hmm.
That would make a hell of a lot of sense, because
Kinda
if you think about it, something you and I talked about already is Tony Stark, I should say Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans.
Yeah.
They
'cause you
only
never
signed
can.
on for 3 Avengers
Right,
movies. So
right.
if we don't get them until the very end of the first
3
Avenger
standalone,
movies,
3 Avengers.
then that ties them in, that keeps them in their contract.
It does. And here's the thing though, is they're sort of working with, I mean, already RDJ is working to get into Civil War, and he's actually stated somewhere, I saw it, that he would turn down an Iron Man 4 just to make sure he could stick with Civil War.
Right, but on the same hand, he's also been the most vocal about wanting to get out. Hemsworth and Evans have been all about this from day one.
Yeah.
They'll do as many as they can. Robert, unfortunately, has said that he wants out.
And I mean, that's fine. At the end of the day, I'm not going to fault him for that because he's done a lot of work. And really, if you look at it at the end of the day, the MCU has been sort of circling around Iron Man since day one.
Right.
And what's he going to do after that, though?
What? Oh, RDJ?
Yeah.
Anything he
He's
wants.
got, I mean, because I don't know if how many people know this, but before Iron Man and the Avengers, he wasn't doing anything. He was a complete drug addict.
It was
Like,
addict.
and
So
this
that's
completely cleaned him up. And none of that, but it revived his career, because I've always thought he was a good actor, and this completely brought it back.
But I just think, like, at the
That's
same
a
rate,
Norn.
what is he going to do after this, though? Like,
That was
actors
one
at
of my
that
beefs.
age, it's weird because, like, they really don't get a lot of work
Here's what scares me about all that, though.
after
is
they get past.
despite how not
they're doing.
fantastic all of his movies were, Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine, or Hugh Jackman not being the Wolverine anymore, is kind of a frightening thought. And it's the same for Robert Downey Jr. not being Tony Stark. I don't care how bad his movies were.
No,
he's a damn good Wolverine.
No. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying I would like for Hugh Jackman to retire as the Wolverine. I need him to be done.
I gotta agree. I can do without Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He's too tall. He's too thin.
I
He was never
disagree.
cast correctly.
But
I disagree. I
and
think-
at the same time, like, I'm really tired of the Wolverine.
Well, and
Not
I think
because of shitty
we are
movies.
getting one more, I believe. But I believe he says that that's going to be
he
his
says
final
Wolverine,
curtain. as it were.
Wolverine 3 is the last one or something like that.
Right.
And that's
So-
fine. Great. I hope he has a great send-off as opposed to the last 2 Wolverine-centric movies. But
The Wolverine could have been a lot worse. Let me just throw that out.
that's fair.
It could have been a lot worse.
It could have been Origins. Ooh.
So could the Holocaust. It could have been a lot worse too.
What
But
the hell?
Welcome to the internet.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
here's I will say that my one big beef was that they did cut, the whole Thor storyline from Ultron. I do know that Joss Whedon said that it was either the farmhouse scene or the cave, and he chose the farmhouse.
Which I don't know why.
He did it for a breather. Because everything else, like the Thor scene going to the pool and talking to the Norns, which is what he was actually doing, that would have been more suited for an actual Thor movie, and just all steeped in Norse mythology. And so
I
basically,
wonder
he
if
was
we're
like,
going to get the Norn Stones in Ragnarok.
the what?
The Norn Stones?
Possibly.
That would be fantastic.
So But I mean, he chose the farm because it allowed for a breather during the movie, and it also allowed for personal character development instead of just action development, which I thought at the end of the day, yeah, it was the better option to go. As opposed, but the problem is the Thor scene just seemed really disconnected.
Yeah,
You know-
I really feel like that was thrown in for the purpose of the Easter egg. I feel like that whole thing could have been completely wiped out, and we wouldn't have realized that there would nothing happen there. I would feel like it was too much.
But they had to give something because I mean the way that it is with having the cave scene there and everything, Thor did show up at the very end of that movie, all Deus Ex Machina, and like quite literally, and but like had they taken out the entire cave scene at all, it would have been like farmhouse. Thor's like, I gotta go and take off, and then the next thing you know, he's like on top of the cradle, and he's like, yeah, lightning. It would.
But he gave a damn good explanation of it. So again, the pool scene was unnecessary. It was an unnecessary Easter egg drop for Ragnarok. That's all it was, and that, like I said, it was just all too much.
Speaking of the Ragnarok, is anybody else absolutely terrified by a blind Heimdall? Because I am. That's just I'll do it to myself.
But that was just my first issue with Age
Right.
of Ultron.
Right.
I also didn't feel like, and I'm actually, Jay and I haven't really had a chance to talk about this either because I don't work with Jay anymore.
Look at him without his shirt.
Every
so
time,
sinewy.
every time I see a picture like this, it reminds me of a meme, and it's because Hemsworth it. L'Oreal. 'Cause Hemsworth it.
God.
I like it.
Oh, that's so adorable.
Along those lines, I encourage
you say-
everyone to watch the American Express commercial
Did you say
with
fedorable?
Prince Hemsworth.
Fantastic.
It is hilarious.
I'll have to check it out. So my next issue, and here's the thing.
Bring it.
There's three comic book writers that I want to meet in my life that I believe would actually absolutely be a dream. And number 3 on that list, believe it or not, is Stan Lee. He's
Yeah.
number 3. Number
Why
2 on
not?
that list is Neil
Why is
Gaiman.
it?
Yeah.
And number 1 is Joss Whedon.
Yes.
I absolutely love Joss Whedon, and I have been watching Joss Whedon. I don't care how much shit I get for this. I watched Angel. I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I fucking loved them. I thought they were fantastic, and it was very Joss Whedon. You can tell his writing on Roseanne. You can tell his writing on Toy Story.
Yes.
I have followed Joss Whedon for a long time, and this movie did not seem like a Joss Whedon movie. It just didn't.
No, and the thing is I did some research, and one of the things that we did talk about at one point was that you said that it felt like Joss had his hand held through a lot of the movie, and it turns out that was actually the case. The producers wanted something, and he wanted other things, and that did kind of come out a little bit in the wash.
And he went along with it because I hear that he's going to have a lot more control over Infinity War, which is fantastic. But it just I could tell.
Is he even doing
just
that? I thought
half an
somebody
hour
else was doing
I
that.
thought it was him, wasn't it?
No, I thought no. Isn't there siblings or
Yeah,
twins or
no,
clones
there's
or
two
something?
people.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
there's two people directing those.
Oh, well then I stand correct. Well then, if this is his send off into the Avengers movies, then really, like I'm just
I don't know if it's his quote send
maybe not, but it just and here's my thing with it, and I get a lot of shit for this, and nobody agrees with me. There was too much humor. It was too much humor for an Ultron movie.
Okay.
For an Ultron movie, there was too much humor. Now, there were some things that were perfect, like the whole watch your language thing.
That was
Absolutely
great.
Joss Whedon. That was absolutely perfect.
So good.
But there was so much other
Kiss your
stuff
mother
here.
with that mouth?
There was so much other humor there that just, it felt forced and it felt thrown in and unnecessary.
I want to disagree. I'm not going to give you shit for it or flack for it, but I do want to disagree. I thought that was just enough thrown in there because there was a lot of serious stuff going on too.
Right, and you and I talked about this, and we kind of wanted to offset the terror that is Ultron.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But if we get to Infinity War, I don't want comedy to offset Thanos. I want to be absolutely terrified every time he comes on the screen.
Yes.
I don't want a joke to take away from that.
And I think one of the issues with the comedy was there were a lot of misses as far as the jokes go. It wasn't like
It wasn't like he can normally do, like subtle things, like in the first Avengers movie when Hulk and Thor they take down the Chitauri whale thing, and they land in the building, and they're just like, heavy breathing, and then Hulk just punches him.
Yes,
that was perfect Joss
fantastic.
humor,
Right.
and it was inserted perfectly.
Right. It was
So-
well at this point. It was all of the comedic stuff during the Hulkbuster fight. That was all spot on.
That was pretty good. And I'm just gonna say this. I don't think it was the worst comic book movie ever. That's very, very far from that title. Like, it just doesn't crack my top 5.
I will say this though: if I could change only one thing about that movie, only one, I would take away Ultron's cheek speakers. I would have left those out and left him with the more defined.
It's cosmetic. That's your issue with.
Yes,
But I love the
Yes.
fact that they actually made him look like James Spader.
no, they did. They did.
And that would like
Yeah.
his
Spader was so
expression. It was fantastic.
So much
I
easier to
loved it.
visualize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
But
that they did that.
On your list, I just want to throw in on your top 3. I want to throw in Straczynski for Rising Stars.
Straczynski definitely belongs on that list.
Yeah.
While I would totally meet Joss Whedon, part of my list goes to Jeff Johns.
Okay.
Because of his work on Flash and Green Lantern
Yes,
and all of that. So good.
I'm with you
What
there.
about
I'm
Adam
with you there.
West?
Well, as in writer, but I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
no, I would totally meet
I would
Adam
love
West.
to meet Adam West.
I met Adam West.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I walked up and I was gonna like shake his hand, and Brent Klein, you
Yeah.
know Brent.
Yeah.
He walked up and he was like, "Hi, my name's Brent," and he was like, "I knew it was you."
No.
And then I walked up and I was like, "Hi."
hello, Batman.
Like I couldn't even fucking talk to
I
him.
wouldn't even know what to say.
No, I couldn't follow that up.
Same bad time. That's what you would have said.
For
And you
some
also,
reason.
now that I think about it, you got to throw in Frank Miller and
Well, no, and there's a whole list. Like
Yeah.
Oh, no,
those
yeah,
are
there's
just
a
my
list.
top
Yes,
3.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
And
No,
I
there's
don't
an
know why.
absolute list.
Every time I want to think of somebody's name, it completely escapes me, and it feel really bad because he's one of my favorite writers for his style. Preacher. The hell is his name? Why can I not think of
Ennis.
it right now?
Garth
It
Ennis.
was Garth Ennis. Thank
Garth
you.
Ennis,
I
yes.
would love, and I know that this will never happen.
See, this
but
is why Jay's on the show today.
Wouldn't you love to see a Ennis and a? God, it's happening again. I've told you about this, Moz.
Well,
He did KC.
oh my God. I want to say Mark Waid. Not Mark
the,
Waid.
the illustrator. God, what's Jay?
Oh, the illustrator.
Yeah. Why can't I-
Alex Ross.
Thank you. I want to
Gotcha.
see it. I want to see a Garth Ennis and Alex Ross team up. I want to see Ross put Ennis's words to picture.
I could have swore they already did that.
I don't
oh,
think so.
and Preacher has been cast. FYI, in case you guys
Has it?
haven't discussed
What?
that. Yeah,
Really?
it's,
I
don't
did-
have my smartphone.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
well, and
they
you
can.
know that it's either Showtime or Cinemax is going to pick up Sandman as a TV show
Yes.
adaptation.
Really?
Yes.
So American Gods
HBO
is going to be on AMC, and then
Yes.
Sandman on.
On either Showtime or Cinemax or one of those channels.
Not to mention the American God stuff that they're doing. They are also going to be adapting in Anansi Boys with it.
That would be so amazing.
It's going to be
well,
fantastic.
they have to because they kind of go hand
Well,
in
they
hand.
they are, but I mean, it was American Gods first, and then after that happened, then came Anansi Boys. And
HBO turned down Sandman, and that really surprises
yeah.
me because imagine how much fun they could have had.
there's
doing
not a lot of
Sandman.
sex in Sandman.
No, but
There could be,
not all.
but don't get sand in your vagina.
Hey.
See, I was going to tell people to tune in. And now, now this.
There's no sound in the giant.
Everybody
It's not worth
tunes
watching.
in. Everybody tunes in. But no, I kind of want to see it, and I would like them to kind of separate it out. I don't want to see like a parallel, like American Gods and Anansi Boys. I would like to see them separated out, like do American Gods first, and then do Anansi Boys.
And
I
then
really would
a
like that.
continuation, not a separation. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love that. That would be amazing. No, and that's why he's number 2 on my list of writers to me. And
That's solid.
and to your point, there's a long list.
Yeah, I'm
Those are
with you.
just my top 3.
Okay, I'm with you.
So
with you.
I tell you what, let's do this then, because we've tangented off, and let's come back to something completely different here. Let's talk comic book stuff on TV. All right, so we know that Agent Carter, that's been renewed for season 2, and it's not. I thought they were going to be going to Washington. They're actually going to Hollywood.
What?
Yeah.
I keep talking, but I haven't finished the first.
Oh, to
You
deal
haven't
with
finished the first
MacArthur.
season.
I'm actually only a couple of episodes in.
No. It's a good series.
Well, it looked like it was good at first, but the thing with me is it's really hard for me to really get into a series. I'm not gonna lie; it took almost the entire first season of Arrow before I got hooked.
Okay, that's fair. Unlike the Flash, where everybody was hooked in
The
episode
Flash
1.
always immediately the moment like the
Yes.
first scene where he's looking at the tire treads and it's showing the math of how he sees what he's seeing. Immediately, I was in.
Yeah, but the thing about that is they did that once,
Yeah,
which
I know.
makes it sad.
really sad. It was the
really-
pilot, you know.
They could have kept doing that the entire season.
But that would have been more for the comic nerds than for all other viewers because it's got a huge following.
Also, to the actress playing Iris, please stop being so mean to Barry. Jesus,
He's a good guy.
he really is. But where were we at? Okay, so Agent Carter season 2, Gotham got renewed for season 2, and I'll be absolutely honest with you guys. I'm still not sold.
On Gotham, really?
I'm still a little on the fence, and it's namely because they did do that show very, very dark. I do like what they're doing with the Penguin. That Oswald is on point. I'm not really sure about this whole Fish Mooney thing.
Well, she's dead now. She's not coming back.
That's a Disney villain death. Nobody saw the body.
Whoa, spoiler
No, I mean, they
alert.
announced that. She said she's
sorry,
not doing
guy.
another season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aw.
She's done.
I'm with Moz. It took a lot of convincing to even watch the ones that I have watched, and I'm still not 100% on board.
But I will say, I thought that the thing with the Riddler kind of arguing with himself about why did he leave a clue, I thought that was a little over the top, but at the same time, I thought it was really, really good for the character as to show that he does have that compulsion to leave behind clues. So I'd like to see where they're going with that. I hear that we're getting the origins for the Mad Hatter and for Clayface.
I haven't watched since they came back from the break.
You should finish out.
It's probably on Hulu.
No, seriously, finish it out.
I will.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, it's
I'm
worth
pretty
it.
sure.
It's worth finishing.
I do have that new 4K HD TV.
Yeah, you do. Now, I'm saying here is I'm... Well,
Oh, good for
You know
you.
you want it, Andrew. You know you want that 4K.
I think
quality.
everybody does.
It's beautiful.
But here's the thing. Like I said,
55
I'm not
inches
100% sold on the show, but I am absolutely going to give it season 2.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, and now speaking of coming up season 2s, let's stop and talk about the Flash for just a second here.
I cannot wait for season 2
because the Flash has been absolute awesome comic book TV.
It has kept as true as it possibly could to as much of the story as absolutely possible.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny because I remember early on you and me having our debate and you saying that there's no way in hell that Wells is the Reverse Flash.
Wait,
now, in all technicality, you were technically right.
Oh, I was right. No, and I do remember.
Technicality.
And here's the greatest thing about that is going into that particular thing is they hid Harrison Wells. Oh, they hid the Reverse Flash into Harrison Wells so well by distracting us with Eddie Thawne simply by his last name alone. Everybody was immediately distracted by that. That was the greatest cover up for what they were doing. And even when I saw Harrison Wells, and I, finger quotes and everything, whenever I saw Harrison Wells in the yellow suit, I'm still going, but Eddie Thawne over there. Like, I'm staring the answer in the face, and I'm still thinking it's Eddie. But then you get this whole storyline where first of all, you've got Captain Cold just doing everything that Captain Cold can do. You've got
and be amazing.
Yeah, right. He's so over the top, but exactly like what he needs to be.
To the point of Cold as Ice playing on the record player in the meeting with
I was
him.
sitting there thinking during that scene going, wow, this is really cliche, but this is awesome. But then you get the finale, and the finale just brought it all home in 15 minutes, by the way.
Speaking of that, if I can interject real quick,
Yeah.
I just reminded myself of something. So we all know who plays Arrow.
Yes.
It's Stephen Amell. Do you know what he's been recently cast for?
Casey Jones.
Yes.
Casey Jones.
I think that's fantastic
In the next
casting.
Ninja Turtle movie.
I am excited
I
for
can't
it.
even discuss turtles. I'm anti-turtle. I'm sorry.
Anti-turtle?
I'm anti-turtle.
Why are you anti-turtle?
Because all of those movies have been a huge deviation from the original comic books, and they've all pretty much been crap. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't like.
No, the new ones have been shit, dude. The
Yeah.
old ones are.
I'm even neutral on the old ones.
Technically.
I hated how they tied her into the entire past. I mean, really?
For who?
April O'Neil.
April
Okay.
O'Neil, how she was, what
I
was
hate
it?
that
How
they
she
cast
set
her
the
as that
turtles
stupid
free.
fucking
and-
bitch.
I don't like Megan Fox at all.
I don't either.
I'm sorry.
Who doesn't like? Why? How can you?
I
not?
never liked her.
She's a terrible actress. Are
I
you
like her
kidding
with
me?
her clothes off, but her as an actor or actress,
Yeah.
no.
I just.
She
So-
doesn't bring anything to the table except for eye candy.
I did
and
wanna-
even then, that's kind of iffy.
Wow.
Very, very iffy. So I wanted to go ahead and take a chance here. Maz and I were given
Hey.
two heroes / villains a
This
couple
was
of
weeks
episodes
ago,
ago.
remember,
Yeah, so we've
everybody?
had tons of time, and I'm really happy about this. Next
of
time
time.
up, Andrew, we're gonna go ahead and get going with the movie game, but I kind of think I really want to do this debate.
No, dude, do
So-
the debate.
So here's the thing.
Doing the
Chase
thing.
gave me the Flash, and
Yes.
Andrew gave Maz Lobo.
Lobo.
And what I'm really happy about is that this is the episode that we're going to be doing this in because we have a fellow comic book nerd in the house with us.
Hey,
Yay.
guys.
So
Glad to be here.
The three of you will be deciding. And what I like about this is that Chase and Andrew are not going to be going off of their knowledge of the characters because they're not going to have the knowledge that me, Maz, and Jay would have. So they're going to go off of just the merits of the debate.
Yes.
And then we've got Jay in here to step in and go, well, you're wrong or you're right. So.
Oh, but I'm right.
So we've got a little bit of time here. I'm really excited to go ahead and do this.
Yes.
And I am in true debate fashion, Moz.
look at that.
That's a good one. In true debate
That's
fashion,
also the
Moz,
answer.
I'm gonna go ahead and defer to you, sir. Go ahead and get us started.
Okay, so the standard.
Now, the point of this debate is who would win in this fight.
Right, it's basically just a fight between two people. So we have a fully realized Speed Force using Flash, and the main man, Lobo, and also the
Who is
word
an intergalactic
chonk.
bounty hunter? For anyone
Yes.
who does not know, we'll put up some pictures of both of these on the Facebook page at some point tonight.
Indeed.
Yeah, we need to put that one up for sure.
That's a
Definitely.
good one.
So here's
We'll
the
have to
thing.
see where
I'm
we found that.
thinking how this fight's going to work out. It's going to start with it has to start with Lobo getting a contract to take out the Flash. It has to. Otherwise, there's no reason Lobo's going after Barry. Okay, that's how that works. And so let's bring him all the way to Earth, and let's basically have him call out the Flash. And I believe that the fight would go a little something like this: Hey, guy, why don't you take your best shot against the main man? I'll give you the first one for free. Now, let me ask you here, Graham. What do you think would be the easiest thing to do if this is the situation that we're presented?
So here's the real question:
Yeah,
does Flash know who he is?
doesn't care. Doesn't matter at this point.
Does not matter. Okay, so
Let's say he does know it's
we're
Lobo.
gonna go with straightforward Flash, and we're gonna go with I'm not gonna go with a punch, even though the supersonic punch would be amazing. I'm gonna go with the vibration through the body.
Oh, really? You're going to go for the killing shot like right
Yep.
away? You're going to Eobot, darn it.
Not the
Darn
killing shot,
on.
because we know the Flash doesn't kill. The incapacitation shot.
Okay, well, see, that's a problem for you.
Okay. Why is
Because
that?
here's the thing. One of the things
Is it though?
It does not
Really?
matter what the Flash does to Lobo. It doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, because first of all, let's start here at the very beginning. Is that Lobo was actually created as a parody of Wolverine.
Yes.
So he has this accelerated healing factor. Okay,
Which is not as powerful as Wolverine.
it doesn't matter.
Just throwing
Okay,
that out there.
because Lobo has actually been officially rendered immortal because he did die and he went to hell. And he wreaked so much havoc in hell that the
Piffle
demons
for
were
you
like,
Dragon Ball Z
you're
fans.
out. And so then he went to heaven because there's no other place for him to go at that point. And he got up there and he main-manned it up in heaven, and heaven kicked him out. And all of the afterlife says, nope, you are banned from the afterlife. So it doesn't matter what the Flash does at this point. The main man is only going down for any amount of time, then he's going to get right back up, and he's going to finish out the contract because that's what he does.
Okay, so we're basing this off of great. You can't kill him. That's fantastic. But you don't have to kill someone to incapacitate them, and you don't have to kill them to beat them.
Yeah, but
And the thing about the Flash is, yes, Lobo is
you're
immortal.
going to talk him back onto his meds? Is
We're
that what you're
immortal.
going to do? You caught me again, Flash.
Wow. So yes, Lobo is immortal. Yes. Lobo is also not as strong as Superman, but he does have strength.
Right.
He's a very
that
strong
actually
person.
depends on the writer, I found.
Right. In some cases
I'm
he does,
giving
some
him
cases
full.
he doesn't.
I'm giving him almost full Superman strength.
You and I might both agree that there is one thing that does beat strength. Brawn. I'm sorry, brain.
I think
Brain.
that's the
Wow,
same
it
thing.
is the same thing. Brain.
Good lord.
Brain. Superman isn't as good as he is just because he's as strong as he is, but Superman is also a high-level intellect, right? He's also very
Okay.
smart, right?
Yes.
So is Barry Allen, right? So
Yes.
he's not just fast,
No.
but he has
Yes.
he has a concept of we're going to use Captain America or even Cyclops, right?
Will we?
He's got angles. Like both of them have angles. They have tactical knowledge and they know weak spots to hit, right? Flash doesn't have to know those because Flash is going to move fast enough to see them. He doesn't actually have to know. He doesn't have to have the angles in his head, but he's a scientist, so he already does.
Not to
right?
mention, it's kind of the shotgun approach with the Flash. I'm going to hit him 1,000 times. Does that work? No, I'm going to hit him this many times and kick him once.
That also depends on the writer.
I would
That's
want to
fair.
ask this question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Lobo, not, or let's say even if he is as strong as Superman,
Yes.
Okay.
can he be incarcerated?
Yes, I think he can be.
What? In what
Because
way?
the Flash can't. I'm just saying, Lobo. Is there a way to incarcerate him?
I'm pretty sure there is a way to kind of imprison him for a certain amount of time, but not indefinitely.
All you need is a little bit of time.
Yeah. What happens at a certain? I mean, what's the time limit? What I'm saying is, if you
Doesn't
can be
matter. He
incarcerated,
Comes
you
right
could be-
back out, and he goes right back after the Flash because he's finished his
So,
contract.
now
does he
we're
get
going to
out?
think about the ultimate incarceration. Okay, are you ready?
Are we going to put him in the negative zone?
That was one of my thoughts, or just in another time. Because if we're going fully realized Speed Force Flash, there is no place he can't put Lobo to incarcerate him. There is no place he can't throw him.
Fine. I'm going to give you that one simply because Barry Allen outraced death and became death. So, fine.
So, yes, so there is no place that he cannot be incarcerated. And Lobo is not smart enough to go, I'm in the past, let's go find Baby Flash. He's not smart enough.
No, he has a genius level intellect. So, yes, he actually is.
Lobo, when did Lobo get a genius level intellect?
That's what I'm wondering.
He's actually he's always had one. He just never really seems to use it. But he does what he needs to do. It's actually, but maybe he's a little snarky on the side. But no, he has a genius level intellect.
I'd like to see documentation.
Well, then we'll find you the documentation at some point.
Like he gets 2-3 word sentences out max.
Usually,
I am Lobo. But I'm telling you, man.
If he
Here's
had a
what's going to
Twitter
happen.
account, it would look like an NFL player's.
Or Jaden Smith.
Oh,
Hey, that's another one thing that we wanted to bring up. We'll talk about that in a second here.
So we'll go ahead and wrap this up then. Okay.
I'm thinking at the end of the day here, like if Barry Allen gets his hands on Lobo and can take him to any time, sure, Flash all day long.
Cool, I win.
But hey, in your fucking face. Here's the thing, though.
You just won it for me, dude.
What if
you just
but
won
at
the
the
debate
same
for
time,
me?
with the picture that we have on the screen that, I'm sorry, you listeners at home can't see.
Okay, so let me
Lobo
describe
gets
this.
a
Lobo
hand
has
on-
a chain, and he is smashing Flash in the head.
with the hook part of it.
With the hook part. I'm going to go ahead and go hyper healing. He may not be regenerative. You know what I mean.
Parallelogram.
Parallelogram.
But he does heal. It's not a regeneration factor.
Look.
But he does heal incredibly fast. So who cares if he's taking a chain to the head, to the noggin? He's going to heal it in no time.
He will care if when the chain goes in, part of his face comes with it. Okay? If brain and face comes with it, I don't think Barry's surviving that.
Now,
so
admittedly,
it's going to be at the end of the day, this fight turns into a Batman Superman for me. Does the Flash get
prep time?
Yeah,
Are we giving it prep time?
It turns out it's what's happened. Does Lobo get his hands on the Flash and put his chain through that dude's head, or does the Flash get his hands on Lobo and drop him off at any point in time? It's just like the Superman Batman thing. If Superman wants to win against the Bat, he needs to just be flying around one day and you go, you know what? F this dude, and right into the cave and crush that dude's head. Done.
I want to find
give Bats 30 minutes ahead. You give him a 30-minute heads up. It's Batman.
Batman is the most powerful being in the DC universe. That's all there is to it. Give him enough time. There is
OP.
nobody he can't stop. But here's the thing. I want to find what comic this was in because there's no way in hell that happens in a Flash versus Lobo one-on-one fight because he is not fast enough to get that. He is not smart enough to hit the timing if Flash is running around him in circles. So I want to know who else was involved in this particular comic because there's no way one-on-one he is fast enough to stop that.
At the end of the day, I will like to say that you do win this one because there was a Lobo Wolverine matchup when they did some crossover stuff, and fan vote. And if we have to include fan vote is the deciding factor here. Lobo lost to Wolverine, and I don't think Wolverine could beat the Flash. So that's where it falls.
Okay, so here's what we're going to go ahead and do.
I dropped my pen.
Andrew, Chase, Jay, we're going to go ahead and, based off of whatever knowledge you may or may not have, based off of the conversation that Miles and I just had, in a match of Flash versus Lobo, who wins?
I'm leaning toward Flash.
Okay. Andrew?
Lobo.
You're going to go Lobo?
That's the one that I picked.
Okay.
And based on the picture that I'm looking at right now.
But look at all the piping on Flash's uniform.
What piping? What?
Yeah,
piping?
but also look between his legs. I mean, that's pretty enticing as well.
Wow.
Chase?
I'm going to say the Flash would run circles around Lobo.
Okay.
So.
Thank you, Mr. Madden, for drawing that circle.
See here, we draw the circle.
Boom, penis.
Okay, can I take us back to a TV show?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
I
Yeah.
forgot. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Tune in, watch it if you're not.
It's good.
No, absolutely.
It's good.
Hey, there was a real quick thing that Jay did want to mention here as well, and we did mention his name earlier. Jaden Smith.
Newest casting?
Yeah, he has been confirmed for Static.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's going to be all
No,
philosophical.
And I read it. I did. And I'm going to tell you the exact thought that I had when that came through my mind was the exact thought when I found out who was cast for Gambit.
Wait, the new casting or the
Channing
one?
Tatum as Gambit, really?
More
dear
like
God.
Channing Tatum.
Oh, yes.
We need to get a drop of that.
There you go. It's in the movie This Is the End.
So,
He's fantastic,
no.
As long as that motherfucker doesn't tweet about anything, then it'll be okay.
Oh, the
Although-
tweets can't stop.
Although I do want to say he does get props for going to prom as a white guy. Just saying he gets props for that.
No,
Can-
he doesn't get props for that at all,
Yes, he does.
and he
Can-
cannot fucking tweet either. Go
Can-
look at his tweets.
can
It's
I say-
horrible.
can I
and
give-
while you're there, look at our fucking Twitter account because
Yes.
it's way better than his.
Well, it's
At
got
20
both.
minutes _.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's I think that's all we have. I wanted to thank Jay again for coming in and chilling
Hi,
with
Jay.
us. And
Thank
talking,
you.
Bye,
talking,
Jay.
bringing
What's up,
in
Jay?
everything. This is Chris with his fellow douchebags, Miles and Andrew. Again, the intro-outro song was brought to us by Buddy Whiskey Jones.
Hey,
if I
buddy.
can find his information, I'll put it up. Please make
If
sure
we
to
can
like the
find him,
Facebook
too.
page. Follow us on Twitter. Trying to get those likes. If anyone has anybody that Miles and I want to debate, which I won, by the way, let us know either on Twitter or the Facebook page. Even leave a comment on the YouTube channel. We'll be good to go. Thanks, everybody. We're out.
Hey.
#BBM.